Long, I just want to remind people that this marks 25 years since the bombing and murder of our Move family.
That's right.
And that this year we decided to do something we hadn't done in the past, and that is, since in these 25 years not one single official was ever held accountable for the murder of our family, for burning babies alive, we decided that we were going to initiate private criminal murder complaints.
That's right. That's
And we'd like to thank our brother Leon Williams for working with us on that and taking the lead on that. Him and a brother named Michael Cord filed those complaints with the district attorney's office where it has to go first. And we just got word, I got a message from Leon that the infamous Seth Williams denied those complaints. So on the morning of May 12th, we are going into court to file, the next step, which is to go into court. And Leon can probably tell you a little bit more about that process. But that's what we'll be doing on the morning of May 12th. And then we're having a press conference right here at the American Friends, probably in this room, to inform the media of what's going on and also to take them to task as well. And then we're going to have a rally and demonstration at City Hall starting at 3 o'clock. People are going to march from City Hall to the African American Museum, where we're having a program starting at 6 o'clock. The program at the museum is one where we're going to show two Move films. One is a detailed film about the August 8, 1978 police attack on Move. The second film is a documentary that was done a few years back on Move. And we're going to have Brother Lynn Washington, a well-known journalist, speak and say a few words because he was there on the scene at both police attacks on Move in 1978 and in 1985. And he's going to say a few words. And then we're really reaching out to people who are family and friends of victims of police terrorism and murder, or even if the person wasn't murdered, if you're a survivor of police terrorism, we really want to reach out to you and encourage you to come to that program because this is what we're going to be focused on. This is a stand up against police terrorism and murder program. People are not going to be expected to leave that program talking about that was a good speech, that was a good program, and wait till the next year for the next program. No, we want people to leave that program on May 12th at the African American Museum with a commitment, serious commitment to some concrete activity to confront this police terrorism and put an end to it. Not just come there to talk and complain and leave there and go to the next program and do the same. No. We want people to leave that program committed to some concrete activity. That's what that day is really going to be about, because if we ever expect to put an end to the terrorism that we experience every day, we're going to have to be serious about it, and we're going to have to take action to put an end to it. You can't just sit back and complain about it. That ain't going to do it. That ain't going to do it. So that's what we're going to be doing on May 12th of 1985. Now, well, May 12th of 2010. What we want people, to really understand is that this is not just about Move, because the government may have dropped a bomb on us and murdered some of our family members, but these officials murder people every day, and they ain't Move people, So don't make the mistake of thinking that this is a Move issue and that you're coming out to do something for Move. We're telling you to stand up, to do something for yourself and your family, So we really want people to understand that and to understand the seriousness of what we're talking about here, what we're dealing with here. These officials have 1,000,001 diversions and pacifications to keep people from taking things seriously and dealing with them seriously. We can't afford to let that happen. People's lives are at stake. People's freedom is at stake. We're here on our brother Mumi Abu Jamal's 56th birthday. He spent 29 of those 56 years in prison. In prison for a crime he didn't commit. And we gotta stop letting these people convince us that our freedom fighters are criminals, that taking necessary action to put an end to their terrorism is criminal, is violent. We know what violence is, and we know who's perpetrating the violence, you know? And we can't be confused about that. We gotta be serious about the work that needs to be done. And I know a lot of people, you know, really think that the work is hard, that, you know, you don't know if you could do it or you don't want to do it, the work is just too hard. But what we're experiencing now is hard. You know, what this government is raining down on us now is hard. So if it's hard to do a little work, it's well worth it to put an end to the hardship, you know, so that our children and their children can live a decent life, you know, without being worried about being shot down by cops or stopped and beat up by cops or thrown in jail for something you didn't do or ending up on death row, you know, for something you didn't do, or for daring to speak out and saying this is wrong, you get a bomb dropped on you and babies burned alive. We got to do the work to put an end to this and make sure that these things don't happen again. That's what the MOVE organization is committed to. It's what we've been committed to for over 35 years now, and we ain't going to stop because we know for certain that things are never going to get better if we stop. So we ain't stopping. And if we can do it, everybody can do it. Everybody can do something. So this is what we're calling on people for. We have flyers back there that detail what we're doing on May 12th. And for anybody that might be asking, you know, why May 12th instead of May 13th? Well, we really wanted to do the program that we're doing, the indoor program at the African American Museum. And they were booked for May 13th, but they were available on May 12th. And we took it because while people focus on May 13th, because that is the day the bomb was dropped, what we want people to also focus on is the fact that the police attack on us started on Sunday, Mother's Day, May 12th of 1985. So, you know, that's why we took May 12th, because it is just as significant as May 13th. So, thank you very much. I hope to see most of you there. Get a flyer, you know, off the table back there, and feel free to call us or ask us if you have any questions about it. And if you know anybody that are family and friends of victims of police terrorism or murder, please encourage them to come or encourage them to contact us so that we can talk to them and encourage them to come. We've been trying to get in touch with the family of Winston Hood. I understand that his father has passed away, but I'm hoping that maybe his mother is still alive, or he has sisters, brothers. Okay. If you have any contact with her or contact information, ask her to get in contact with us. The wife and children who are, I know, grown now, of Jose Reyes, who was shot and killed by the cops. You know, I mean, just all the way down the line, because those murders happened in the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s. And from that point on, the earliest I can remember, and it's still going on today. So if you know any of these family members or friends of victims of police terrorism and murder, please encourage them to come out. This is about them as well as us. So, thank you. On the move, long live revolution, and long live John Adams.